Hi friends, hi Bigfoot enthusiasts. I'm at our Sasquatch Canyon base camp. It's the mouth of Sasquatch Canyon. We're going in there this morning to service some game cameras. It was a rough night. It was so cold last night. I watched the weather and everything, and it's been extremely cold lately, and I saw a break in the weather. It's supposed to be really nice for the next couple of days, but the nights are just freezing. I need a warmer tent. This mountain that I'm on at the mouth of Sasquatch Canyon, I know of at least 3 Bigfoot sightings on this mountain, and then one guy also sent me some Bigfoot tracks from up here. When I travel and go on Bigfoot expeditions, I always bring a folder of Bigfoot reports to read. Any of you guys that have sent me a Bigfoot sighting, not only do I file them away on the computer, they're so valuable to me and our Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization that I print them off, and I also file them away in case something happens to them. When I'm on expeditions, I'll sometimes lay in the tent and read your reports. Well, there's this one that I received just a couple of weeks ago. It's from British Columbia, Canada, and I would like to read you his report. It's just amazing. I'd like to go to the locations and give you guys the reports and film the locations, but I don't think I'm going to be making it out to the Vancouver Island anytime soon, and it's just an exciting report, so I just want to read it to you guys. Okay, Ed Thomas writes, RMSO. Hello there. My name is Ed Thomas from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Here's our encounter. During the fall of 2016, we took our boat to a popular fishing area at the mouth of Gold Stream in Finlayson Arm. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing all this correctly. I'm not from these areas. During the full salmon run, we fished until dark, and at this point we decided to putt back to the boat dock. On clear ride would take close to a half an hour to return to the dock. The Malahat Peaks over 1,100 feet was on our left. The Highlands Peak 500 feet on our right. 500 feet high, I'm guessing. We putted along the Malahat shoreline with our 50 horsepower 4-stroke Yamaha. Very good quiet motor. As we come around a rocky outcrop, we heard loud splashes, followed by something very large running up the mountain. Our spotlight couldn't find it. I must note, I am an avid outdoorsman hunter. What we heard could not relate to any wild animal's reaction to seeing us. A deer could not have made that much noise, and a bear doesn't spook that easy to go crashing up a rocky cliff. We rounded another outcrop and heard more splashing in the water. This time, we caught a large, round figure in the water with our spotlight. I put the boat in neutral and kept the light on what we now believe was the back of his head. With the tide moving, I had to keep adjusting the boat. After a couple of minutes, we hear big splashes to the right of the figure in the water. I panned my light but could not see anything. Quickly put the light back on the figure we could see. Then more splashes from the left. I quickly panned the light, could not see anything to the left either. We watched the figure in the water for maybe 20 minutes. We could see it moving, but trying really hard not to. Then something unreal happened. I believe it took a mouthful of water and kind of choked on it. That's exactly the sound we heard. Like a human took too much liquid and gurgled it. At that point, the figure's arms come up out of the water and started slamming its arms and hands on the water. It gave up trying to hide and stumbled up to the shore, where it fell in a heap. We could hear it catching its breath. Every breath had a little growl underneath. After a few minutes, it got up and went up a huge rock wall like nothing and disappeared. I believe we encountered at least 4 that night. Being in a boat, I did not want to get too close as I heard of rock throwing, so I played it safe and stayed a good distance from shore. My wife and I know what we seen that night. We'll never forget listening to it catching its breath and laying on shore. Feel free to use my name if and when you share this. Hope everyone enjoys this encounter. RMSO responds, When it got out of the water and climbed the rock, could you estimate the height, width, or weight? Could you tell what color the creature was? Any other detail you recall about the creature's appearance would be great. And then Thomas responds, we believe it to have been well over 8 feet tall, and I'd guess 3.5 to 4 feet wide at the shoulders. Hard to guess a weight, as we didn't get a good profile view of it. It was huge. The wall it climbed after catching its breath had to be over 40 feet tall. It scaled that in mere seconds. All we seen was its back the entire time, but the creature was black as night. My wife was in total shock and awe of what we were seeing. It took her a while to really comprehend what she had just seen. Our thoughts are that these Bigfoot were also fishing in the Fenelation Arm Narrows and Gold Stream, just like we were, which has a huge salmon run each fall. Hey Thomas, I'd like to thank you for sending us your Bigfoot sighting reports. The data in these reports is just invaluable to us. Really appreciate you reaching out to us and letting us use your reports. If anyone out there in the United States, Canada, the world has had a Bigfoot sighting, we want to hear from you. And I don't care if it happened last week, last month, 100 years ago. The data at any point in time is valuable to us, so we want your sighting report. Please email us at rmsobigfoot@gmail.com. I will read your reports as soon as I can and ask any questions if any questions arise. We're very busy. We're always on Bigfoot expeditions. We're always out there. I have a hunch that we're probably out in the field more than anybody else I know. We do over 30 Bigfoot expeditions a year, and that's 2 or more nights out in the field is what I consider an expedition. In between these expeditions, I try to get caught up on your report. Sasquatch Canyon, the mouth of Sasquatch Canyon's behind me. Some of the cliffs of the beautiful Sasquatch Canyon on the south side of the Uintas. The Uintas are in Utah, Bigfoot sighting hotspot. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.